Hello, welcome back everybody. This video took me a little bit of time to make. It's been a busy week. Today we're going to take a look at a couple of the patches that came out. So this is one of my patch note videos. You can see we had a couple here. So we've got some related to the Overlord. Catch my other videos on that. And then we've got two patches. One came out on Tuesday and one came out on Wednesday. So let's take a look at the server maintenance complete mail. You know, that's the one I like to look at because that's the one I feel is most accurate. The patch notes sometimes say they're going to do something, and then the server maintenance complete, they don't end up doing it. So on Tuesday, we take a look at that mail. What do we see? What's new? Well, a night mode is now available in the chat. Wrong. That is not available. They ended up not rolling it out because they added a new feature to adjust the duration of alliance votes. Let's go take a look at that real quickly. So if you are an R4 or an R5, you are able to post an alliance notice. For a long time we've had text notices, and then they added voting notices not too long ago. So in the voting notice, you now have the option to select a duration. It was always only 24 hours before. Now you can do 1, 3, 6, 12, 24, or 48-hour voting notices. Pretty cool. You still have the ability to enter a title and your options, and you have the ability to make it multiple choice or not, and anonymous. We'll take a look at this R4 and R5 only later. So now you can put this duration on there, which gives you a little bit more control over your voting notices. You can go them a little quicker. You can give them a little more time if you need to. Let's get back to that server complete maintenance mail. All right, so that was the feature to adjust the duration of alliance votes. Next new feature, they added an option for alliance notice that can only be visible and send that notice to R4s and R5s. Let's go back and take a look at that one. So again, you saw in voting notice, you have this toggle for R4, R5 only. Likewise, in the text notice, you also have a toggle for R5 and R4 only. So if you want to send your announcement now, if you are an R4 or R5, you have to be in order to do an announcement. If you want to send your announcement or you want to open your poll only to your leadership team, you can do that. Otherwise, it's going to go to everybody in the alliance. All right, back to mail. New drone skins unlocked through level upgrades. And you can check the upgrade preview for details. This one is awesome, but it did reset my custom drone skin, so keep that in mind. If you're trying to still figure out why you don't have your drone skin, you gotta go reset it. Let's go take a look at this. We're gonna go over here to the drone center. Now, anyone who's been playing the game long enough, you know this is not the normal drone skin that we used to have. Now, it's not gonna show your custom skin applied here. If you're to tap on skin, right, you see that I have the Legend of Neon skin applied, holding in stock, gets me some bonuses. But if we go back here, this is your very first skin that you can unlock for the drone, TD1 Pathfinder. Doesn't give you any benefits. You can change to it if you want to. You can pick whichever skin you want at any point in time because all of them are going to give you the benefit even when holding in stock. TD2 Blaster is going to give a drone attack increase of 5,000 just for holding it in stock. So again, whether you use it or not, you still get that bonus. When you unlock TD3 Silver Knight, that's going to give your heroes a 5% attack increase. That's a big one. That's the one I'm currently on. Now, previously I picked up Christmas Hunter, which gives my drone attack plus 1,000 in crit rate, plus 2%, holding in stock. And you know the one that I use here, Legend Neon, which gives me another drone attack of 1,000 in crit rate. These are skins that you have to get from different events. As we go further on, we can see TD4 is going to unlock when I get to level 150 for the drone. I'm at 145 right now. So this is going to unlock TD4 Phantom. It will now give me a boost to my skill damage of 2%, which is going to give you a good power bump for your heroes. And then finally, TD5 Destroyer. That thing looks pretty awesome. That is going to unlock at drone level 200, and it's going to give you damage reduction of 5%. So these are the new skins, other than the two that I have here that are from different events. These are the new drone skins. that you can select to use as you unlock them, and that will give you additional buffs as you acquire them. So not too bad. They look pretty cool. Alright, so that was it for the what's new. Let's look down at optimizations real quick here. So they refined the leaderboard visuals for the Alliance Exercise and Arms Race. I'm not exactly sure what they changed on the Alliance Exercise. I haven't caught it yet. The Arms Race, what you'll see is now your entry place is in like a light green color, so we can actually take a look at that. We back out of there. Events. So I haven't done much today, so this is definitely a change to what used to be here. And maybe they changed some other cosmetics, who knows. But they improved that leaderboard and the way it looks. They did the same for the Alliance Exercise, made some adjustments there as well. Headquarter upgrades no longer impact arms race scores, so keep that one in mind if you have an HQ that you're ready to unbox and you are waiting till the city building arms race. Well, unfortunately, it's not going to help you increase your score or rewards after claiming score chests. So I read this one as saying it's not going to give you any benefit any longer. But when you read it, headquarters upgrades no longer impact arms race scores or rewards after claiming score chests. So it could be that it still applies up until you've reached that cap for the 3 chests for that particular arms race. Or maybe it doesn't apply at all. I don't know. We're going to have to give it a try, but I am nowhere near having a headquarters ready to upgrade to figure that one out yet. Next optimization in Warzone Duel and Capital Conquest. They added a restriction that only the president and vice president can kick out squads from the capital and the cannon. The authority, the R5, R4, to kick out squads from their own alliance still is there, and you can do that. I actually didn't even know that you could do that. So, okay. I guess that's helpful if you've got a bunch of low power folks and you want to get some higher power folks in there, but they've given a little tweak to that one. Desert Storm Battlefield. They did a couple updates here. And they added records for participation and registration time changes. So only logs operations after the feature was updated. So if you were earlier in this week, right, it wouldn't be there. Now that this has been released, it's there after the release. They also added the function to restore the Team B if you were to forfeit that. So unfortunately, I cannot go and show you the forfeiting thing right now. What I can say is I was hesitant to try it for the sake that it might have been a bug. But in theory, when you're still in the registration period, you have the option to forfeit Team B. I would read that enhancement as you can now reinstate that if you want. But the logs feature is right here. So you can see anybody who was selected, who selected them, who was selected, for what task force, and for what type of position. So this is helpful now if you want to see people changing around or just what's happened as you go through. But remember, if you're looking at this week, it's going to be a little sparse. Next week should be better. All right, back to that mail. I know this is a long one here. Okay, that puts us down through Desert Storm. They increased the rewards for the first slot in the gold train. Okay, I don't really know how to tell the difference there. I didn't pay that much attention, but it's better. We'll take it. The quick garrison icon in Alliance Tech was updated. You know, this is just a cosmetic visual change. It's really nothing to write home about here, but we're talking about this quick garrison. I do not remember what it was before. Maybe it was one of these tires or something, but now we got that like double play fast forward symbol. So okay, we'll take it. Oops, wrong one. And then oops, too far, Mike. Okay, number 7, Alliance Exercise, some updates. So if this is actually good, this very first one. So if it's going to take somebody who's joining a rally more than 5 minutes to get to you, it's not going to auto join anymore. That's for the auto join only, which is nice because, you know, people get kicked around the map from versus and they don't come home very quickly. Then you do Alliance Exercise and they have offline participation enabled, and next thing you know, it's like 20 minutes later they end up there and the whole thing is over and you missed your opportunity. So this is nice. I kind of wish it also applied to people who were actively joining the rallies as well, but it's at least for now just the offline automatic participation. And then options were also added to reuse previous difficulty and time in the interface. I don't think I can show you this one because we just did it today. Oh, hold on, there we go. So when you go to select difficulty, you have this checkbox down here. So you just check that, so we're gonna, little buggy, but it's gonna automatically set the previous difficulty level and the time. So this is the normal time that we do it. We do alternate between a little bit of a morning, afternoon type of situation. We've been doing 10, we could probably go to 11. One thing that didn't change was the difficulty. So 10 is normally normal difficulty. I don't know if that was going to impact anything if I did confirm, even though it said level 10 here. But that is this update. So a little quicker now to set it. You don't have to futz through and remember what you picked from every other day to every other day. Go ahead and confirm that, get that started while we're there. Okay. Moving down the list. Battle report updates. So they now give you additional information about extra power sources. They've been optimized from a statistics related to the drone. And you can see the damage stats for the drone now. And they've improved the display of exclusive weapon stats in the reports. Let's go see if we have a battle report to look at. What have we got? Let's see if it does it for this one. Okay, yep. So here's your battle reports. Looks pretty much the same in this top view. Tap that info icon right here around your power, and this is what we're talking about. So the additional power in this battle and the continued breakdown of the power for your squad. So it gives you a little definition of what the additional power is, and this is really all those things that only apply in battle. All right. So that's one part of the update. Here's the exclusive weapon part. That used to be way down at the bottom. It just told you what level it was and gave you the power increase, but now it's brought up in the mix. I don't think there's anything else different here. Nope, the exclusive weapons used to be way down below the skills. And then statistics, we should see drones. So here's our drone. This was obviously a radar mission battle, so nothing too significant. But if the drone actually did damage, it would show the damage delivered. And oddly, I didn't think the drone could take damage, so all right. So that was the battle report updates. Now, if you are 6 weeks past the end of Season 2, then you'll have the Overlord. I got some other videos on that one. So they updated the way the Overlord looks. I heard there were a bunch of people complaining about that in Discord. And they added the new ways. They told us about this earlier. They added new ways to earn points by promoting and developing the Overlord in Alliance Duel Day 5. And we happen to be Day 5 today. So I'm going to have to make a new video on Day 5 of what to do. Let's go take a look. Total mobilization. Scroll down. We now have points you can get to use one Overlord promotion shard of any type, 100 training guidebooks, 1 training certificate, 1 bond badge, and 1 Overlord skill badge. The bond badges are the hardest things to get. There was a patch that we're going to come to in a minute here. We're going to do both patches. They actually made it better for free to play because they now added the bond badges and some of these other things like training certificates and guidebooks to the VIP, Alliance, and campaign stores, which is great. Even though VIP is not totally free to play, you can get it with your diamonds, so I still count that as free to play. And you should have VIP no matter what. So if you don't, get it. So these are new things added to Total Mobilization Day 5 of Versus. It has to do with the Overlord. So if you don't have that yet, it will come 6 weeks after Season 2 is the current timing. They optimize the grid rendering on the maps during teleportation. We'll see if anything's better when we have Versus teleport. Sometimes that can get a little hairy, so hopefully it is. And they also improved the rendering of the HQ to reduce lag, thankfully. When you start getting a bunch of decorations and stuff hanging around, it can get laggy. So hopefully they continue to improve performance. Bug fixes. They fixed an issue where menus near the headquarters on the world map were blocked by the headquarters. All right. They corrected visitors who were incorrectly appearing at the Alliance leaders' headquarters when invited to the Alliance assembly point. Don't think I ever had that happen. I do wish I had gotten some random additional visitors, but I didn't. They fixed the time zone display of issue in the event hub. That actually was an issue for me early on. I put a bug in for that. Guess there were some other ones they had to fix as well. Resolved some visual issues in the hidden treasure exchange records. They corrected the missing duration display for the avatar frame in the Apex Arena, and that will wrap it up. Make sure you always vote thumbs up or thumbs down in each of these server maintenance complete mails, because it gives them an idea of how well they're doing. So that was the patch on Tuesday. So then from there, we had a slew of emails, some patch notes notification where they're saying the new night mode, it didn't go out, and yada yada, we don't know when we're going to put it out. Okay. Then we have another patch notes that came out, so we'll just go right to the server complete mail. So this one was on Wednesday for us. Now I think everybody else got the other one on Wednesday, even though usually it's Tuesday. There's just weird timing happening lately, and since I'm on a cluster of test servers now at this point, I can never tell when I actually get something compared to everybody else. So in this one that came out to us on Wednesday of this week, on December 4th, they added some items new to the Overlord system update. So the Overlord Recovery Training Series tasks were added to the radar tasks. So what is that? If we drop back out, once you get to the Overlord period, save this one radar task. Is going to be this one here. So there's another one where you collect supplies for the Overlord. I don't have one of those right now. You get, I think, 3 a day, if my memory serves correct, something like that. This Overlord Recovery Training is the new one. I've not done one yet, so I have no idea. Let's go ahead and go do it. Okay. Alright, so it's a little battle here. Alright, so it looks like you're going to battle different types of squads. I don't know if it's always going to be this format or not. But basically you can, kind of like the campaign, some of the other ones, you can pick what you want. So we've got tanks here, the level 300 that we're going against. Always crazy, right? Because we have tanks, I'm going to switch out. I wish I could pick my garages, but I'm going to switch out for my aircraft, because that will give me the 20% buff. So we'll go there, there, and there. All right. And a double check that we've got the right garage. In this case, or the right drone, sorry. I do not want tanks. I need to go to 2 for my aircraft. And what's that? Oh, that's the gorilla if I had it. So you can add the gorilla Overlord to these battles, but I heard that if you do it early on, it gives you some kind of error code. So we're not going to do anything right there. I'm just going to go battle this and let's see what happens. And we'll watch the battle for nostalgia. All right. Boom. Easy victory for me, at least. I heard some people were having trouble with it. So there you go. This radar task, if I can get there, I just got to tap there. So I got to tap the back arrow. That's that radar task that was newly added. We will collect the goodies from it. Looks like we're going to get a couple of them a day, so it's going to keep going up. Let's see if that mail tells us how many we will get in a day. So they have a series of tasks added to the radar test, which will unlock after completing 8 search missions. So the other one is the search mission one. So after you get through 8 of those, you're going to get this recovery training. Not sure how many of those we'll get in a day. Training certificate pack has been added to the weekly deals. It can be purchased up to 3 times a week. They then later changed that to 4 times a week. So if you want to spend money on training certificates, which is the second hardest thing to get for the Overlord, then it's now in the weekly deals. This is the good part for free-to-play. And, well, semi-free-to-play for this one. But they added an extra bond badge to the first tier rewards of the Advanced Overlord Training Pass and the Premium Overlord Training Passes as well. If you already made it that far, you're going to get them in mail. So what that is back over when the Overlord's released. Not that one. It is over here. So you could buy this for the standard $5 and $20. And in that case, they added additional bond badges to the top tier here of both of those paid tiers. So that is that change. That's not the good part for free to play, but as I mentioned before, adding it to the stores is. And that is all they did in this server patch. So it was just for the Overlord. And then here's one, right? So They just announced in the patch that they added the weekly deal. It could be bought 3 times. They changed it to 4 times, and they gave us some diamonds for it. So, there you have it, folks. That is the series of patch updates that came out on December 3rd and 4th of gameplay week here. Most of it is related to general features for everybody. Some things to the Overlord only. There's some new stuff coming as well on the upper servers with the flying base there that was announced in Discord as part of the Warzone duels. And we will see in a later video my updates on now upgrading the Overlord, because we are Friday and we're going to get points for this. But do keep in mind it is still heavy in terms of early access to the paid players, but VIP store has bond badges you can pick up for diamonds, has training guidebooks you can pick up for diamonds, so that's good for free to play because you should be able to get VIP without spending any money. Alliance store also has bond badges as well. I don't think they added anything else here. Nope. I believe it's just 1 here, maybe 3. One of these has 3, one of them has 1. And then the honor store, no change, but the campaign store added training certificates, the second hardest thing to get, and training guidebooks. So nice things for free to play, especially campaign store, because everybody can do that. You don't have to spend a dime. So not bad all in all. I will drop chapters in this video because I know it's a long one. You can just jump to the topics that you are interested in learning about with regards to the recent patches here at Last War Survival Game. All right, everybody, smash the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment. I'll catch you on the next one.